G'day with the traders. I'm Roy, I coach Destroy, and I'm here with Warnie,
coach of the War Dogs,
and Calvin,
coach of Calvin.
Hey.
Okay, today we're going to help you pick some forwards, and there is plenty to pick from this year.
Well, there are, but we lost a few DPPs from last
true.
season. So sitting at the top of the table was Sam Menegola, who averaged more than 100 last year. There's our draft rankings. He slid a little bit for us.
It's controversial, really.
The Cats have obviously brought in Gary Ablett, and he got a lot of his points when one of the big dogs was out. So like when Joel Seld was out injured or Danger suspended, that's when he benefited from that. Yeah. And so we'll see if that. Well, I'm slightly worried about it. So
he's still going to be good.
That's,
don't get us wrong.
That's where it is. But Cal, we've got Billings at the top.
Number one. I'm going to call him my boy.
Oh,
I've got a new boy. Awesome last year. Finished the season, his last 4, averaging 117, boys.
Wow.
He's your boy, and you didn't know who he was till the end of last year.
But hey,
controversial.
There's a gun, Roy. You're keen on Heaney?
Well, I am. He went through a 9-week patch last year where he averaged 106. And this is coming off a very injury-interrupted glandular fever pre-season, and he still managed to do that within the season. So I'm pretty excited for what he could be.
Yeah, he could definitely be good. Now, talking about excited, talking about forwards, talking about Devon Smith, who is now a bomber, and he has averaged mid-90s before. Yeah. His price in the low 80s.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm 100% on board.
He will be playing midfield time.
Yeah.
You're with him.
Oh, 100%. I can't see him averaging less than, I don't know, 94.
Ooh. Well, he is a gun, and I think obviously in your
yeah, I'm on.
In your draft,
feel
free to take him in, in the first probably half a dozen of
I actually have him a few
forwards.
ahead of where we've got him in our draft rankings.
I'm excited
about
that.
I think than that.
He's almost now a must-have for me as a forward.
Yeah.
Some people said to me, oh, what about Stringer? $172,000 cheaper. He's been talked up to play a lot of midfield time.
70% was a quote. Yeah. Actually, replacement for Joe Watson was a quote.
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't get tricked, into that one. I can see that he'll be a lot better than what he was last year. Make a few dollars, but mid-70s, is that about where he's at?
I think he could do 80.
Jeez.
That's generous, actually.
That's a very optimistic.
All right.
You've got a couple of other buckets.
I do. I don't mind a couple at the den. So for the Lions, there is value there. So Mitch Robinson was absolutely on fire last year before he got hurt. He had 2 scores over 110 in his last 3 leading up to that, and he's heavily discounted through lack of games and that last injury where he was on about 20. So he's flying at the moment. He reckons he's in for a big season, and I agree with it. Also, Alan Christensen is finally back after a few years of he had heaps of
shoulder.
And his collarbone. So he's back. He's averaged over 83 times before. I don't see why he can't do that again. So there's 2 that you could consider.
Yeah. Now I've got Aaron Young. You guys.
And you bagged me out of Devon Smith.
Look, he's coming in and out of my team, and he's actually out at the moment, right? So just give me a little bit of a slack here. But look, 55 last year is what he averaged with Port. Played a lot of time in the Magoos. At an average of 117, 28 touches. Now, if he's going to the Suns to get a bit of midfield time, he has gone 75 before.
Yeah.
Look, he's going to be about that 20-point upside. But yeah, just look, it's a bargain. It's a watch list.
If he's playing mid for the Suns, he could average 80.
He could average 80, 35 up.
I think the mid-price forward that you want, though, is Rory LOBB from GWS. Now, Mumford retired last year, leaving a hole there for LOBB to be the #1 ruck, and he did that in a couple of games and was obviously very, very good when he did that. Racked up plenty of
90
hit outs.
and 80. Yeah, he's going to average 30 hit outs. So there's 30 points. That's basically plus 25 for what he's been averaging the last couple of years.
Yeah, so you're getting him at a bargain price, and then the benefit or the bonus with this one is the fact that he will probably pick up DPP in round 6, which could give you a little linkage, and he could even go into your wrap lineup, and that might even make you shift your money a little bit better there. Speaking of money, Calvin, the cash cows.
Look at
There's a few in the forward line.
Well, you know what there is, right? I had a glimpse of your team the other day.
Yes.
West Coast Eagle today in the forward line. Well, we got Ryan, you've got Venables, and you also got Rioli. Cheap options in your forward line. And I reckon we're going to have at least 1, maybe even 2 of them.
Waters goes through sometimes.
Waterman there as well.
Yep.
Plenty of gun options there.
I like him. And Cam Rayner, he'll be playing round 1 for Brisbane. don't be scared of paying $270,000 for him, because he will be playing.
You know who else I'm paying up for at the moment? Setterfield.
Oh, yeah.
So he's only played the 2 games, but he's a tackling machine.
Loves a cuddle.
So if he, if he comes in, which I think he will, I think he'll play round 1.
Yep.
He is my biggest lock going around.
Wow.
Yep.
I'm learning a lot here today.
I heard it first here.
Tip. Well, you can head to fantasy.afl.com.au and you can lock in Setterfield and all of these other guys that we've been talking about into your forward line. Download the app as well. And don't forget, you can grab yourself a copy of the preseason AFL record, which covers a lot of fantasy content, looks at all of the positions, looks at draft, and from each club we look at our top 5 fantasy relevant players for our watch list that we will be monitoring all over the JLT community.
You took a good +3 in the footy record too.
I did.
And boys,
+6 for yourself.
look at this, Devon Smith in.
Oh no,
Of course
he's a
you
lock,
have.
mate. He's a lock.